What's up, Trojans? I decided to do this video. I know I'm a couple of days late, but I really wanted to do this before I did anything else. Uh, this is a video about Roddy Piper. He passed away on Friday. Very sad, very tragic. This is when we get. This is when we realize how long we've been wrestling fans. When the legends that you watched start going. You know what I'm saying? Uh, yeah. Because in the past 5 years we lost Macho Man Randy Savage, Ultimate Warrior, the American Dream Dusty Rhodes, and now we've lost Roddy Piper. He actually let Ronda Rousey use his name. Roddy Piper. I found out who he was like the year that I started watching wrestling. He was in a Here Comes the Pain game. Just like Dusty Rhodes, I first saw him in TNA. A lot of people don't know that Roddy Piper was in TNA. He was there for like when they started, and then he came back in 2004 when they got their deal with Spike Fox Sports Net, I believe. Um, he was one of my favorite characters in wrestling, and the year after that, he was in TNA. The year after, he was actually inducted in WWE's Hall of Fame of 2005. He was in the class with Hulk Hogan. The very great class too. They had the Iron Sheik, Nikolai Volkov, Hulk Hogan, just a bunch of guys. Cowboy Bob, Paul Orndorff, you name it. But Jimmy Hart was there too. But yeah, after that, he did a couple appearances, like a lot of appearances. He had Piper's Pit occasionally on Raw and on pay per view. He had that Piper's Pit at WrestleMania with Stone Cold, where he was like bullshit. He had Piper's Pit on TNA too. I remember there was one where he was interviewing Hector Garza, but he had a translator, right? So he tells the translator, "Hey, tell him in Mexican what I'm saying." Uh, I liked the one with Stone Cold though, where they kept slapping each other. Um, Another one I liked was uh the segment. It was a segment somewhat. It happened in a match, but it was a segment. At the Royal Rumble, he came out. Jimmy Snuka came out, like, and then Piper came out. I think they were both in the Rumble anyway, and all the guys are like separated, and then they start hitting each other, and then I think it was Kane that threw them both out. Jimmy Snuka and Roddy Piper. Yeah, it's really sad that he passed. I couldn't believe it. I had my phone off because I was doing something with my brother, and then when I turned it on because it was charging, I found out from a girl who sent me a message, uh, and Shin Walker posted it on the TUWC, and my heart stopped and my jaw dropped. I couldn't believe it. Um, it's very tragic, man. Very tragic. The legends that we know are starting to go now. You know, the ones that we watched. And it's very sad, man. Um, I recommend, like, I don't really know too much about his career because he retired like right when I started, but I was there for the funny appearances he did in the past decade. Roddy Piper. You guys should check out OTRS's video. Uh, that was actually one that touched my heart. His video. He made a 30-minute video talking about the career of Roddy Piper because he saw like his entire career. I'll put the link in the description. But I just want to say to the Hot Rod, rest in peace. It was a sad weekend when it started off with that bad news. But one thing that gave me comfort was Ronda Rousey, who idolized the guy. She took the name from him, and then he gave her his blessings to use the name. Right. She came to SummerSlam last year with the Hot Rod T-shirt. All the four horsewomen are wearing the Heyman T-shirts. She's got like a Bray Wyatt hat and the Hot Rod shirt, which was cool. Uh, she dedicated a fight because she had a title defense last night. It was a boring card for the most part. It was actually good, but there was no names on the card. The fights were good, but like I didn't know who was who. Shogun won. His fight was good. And then at the end, Ronda Rousey, after like a 5 hour show, wins in a 34-second fight by knocking out Besh Correa, if that's her name, in Brazil, her hometown. She humbled her, she embarrassed her, and she's dedicated it to the Hot Rod. So she dedicated her fight to Roddy Piper. Like even on the night before, she said, "This is for you," and she dedicated it to him, and she won too. So I'm happy. Good job, Ronda. Piper's looking down from the heavens, saying, "Just when they think that they've got all the answers, I keep changing the questions." Rest in peace, Roddy Piper. Thank you, Piper. You are a great dude, great wrestler, awesome entertainer, and funny guy. You'll be missed. Rest in peace to the Hot Rod, and thank you, Roddy Piper.